evening, everyone, and welcome back to Let's Talk with Casey and Mike. We appreciate you guys joining us week after week. And for those who have never seen us before, we welcome you. I would say there's a certain format, but we have no format. We get a topic and we come and we discuss it, and we ask that you guys, please, if you have any comments or just anything you want to say, please go to our comments and put it in there, and we will do our best to acknowledge it so we can make sure that you guys are a part of the conversation. So today's topic is contentious. So all of us have been in a situation where things have gotten contentious, whether it be on your job, whether it be in your marriage, whether it be with your children, whether it be with your mom, brothers, sisters. There's all kinds of situation where things have gotten contentious. Now, since we know that everybody has been in that particular situation, my point of view is talking about how to deal with those particular situations. Of course, one will hope that as we get older and we mature, that we're able to handle those situations a little bit better. But as we all know, we know family members and things of that nature, and maybe sometimes ourselves, where just because you get older does not mean that you know how to handle contentious situations. So what we want to do is have a discussion about it. And again, any kind of feedback you guys will have, please let us know. And so what I'll do is I'll give it over to Mr. Casey and see what you got to say about it, sir.
Oh, contentious, man. Being contentious, argumentative, combative, just someone who, typically wants to, I guess, win.
Mhm.
Win when there's a discussion, when there needs to be understanding, just the need to argue the point. I don't think it's so much of trying to understand because it's people who are contentious, they've already formulated their next response. Why you
Yeah.
still talking?
Yes,
Right?
absolutely.
They're no longer listening to understand. They're no longer trying to hear your point of view. Their mind is working on what they want to say. So they've already blocked out, you know, what you're saying right now while you're talking to them. And it's familiar, like you said, in relationships. Um, it can be a detrimental roadblock, especially in a marriage and bringing up children, definitely in the office. Um, and I think it's, that defense mechanism for a lot of people. When you have a question for someone,
Mhm.
um, they automatically get defensive.
Right. Yep. Yep. Yes. Yeah. Some people can't handle that because some people can't take criticism. And when I say some
Mhm.
people can't take criticism, I don't care if it's constructive. I don't care
Right.
what it is. If it doesn't line up with what they think, then there's a problem. And because we all know those people, because this is how I feel about it. If you're going back and forth with somebody and they say something about you, it's like, okay, well, I can say something about you too, and you do that thing. But let's say that you have five or six people come and tell you the same thing. You
Right.
know,
Right.
maybe you want to pay attention to that. But we have some people, no matter how many people, no matter what kind of proof, say, well, see this video, that's you doing what we said that you do.
Right.
But sometimes that doesn't matter for people who are like that. That doesn't really matter because that's not how I view myself. That's
Hmm.
not that's not what I see. So since that's not what I see, then that's not reality. And when you're dealing with feelings, that's a gray area. And the reason I say that is gray because you can't tell me how I feel, but I can give you a fact. I I can't say you said this, you did this, this is what went on. And sometimes when you give people facts, what you're doing is you are you are inflaming the situation because don't come to me with facts because that's not what we're talking about.
Yeah, we ain't talking about facts. Let's not
Yeah.
talk about the truth.
Right, right,
I
right,
don't.
right,
I
right.
don't want to discuss the truth. I want to
Yeah.
discuss, what I felt like or
That's right.
how you feel like. Let's not discuss the truth
Right.
because the moment you bring up truth, that's when things become contentious.
Right. Because some people's truth, there's like, well, oh, this is the
Now,
term.
go ahead. Go ahead.
I'm living my truth. No, no, no. There is one truth. That there is one. And I've
Right.
heard that term so much. I see it on Facebook. I see it everywhere. I'm living my truth. Stop that. That no. There is one truth. When you get in an argument, when you're talking about feelings, okay. I mean, because I feel that the way you said that it made me feel this way. Okay, I can deal with that. But those are feelings. That is not truth.
Mhm.
Because there's only one truth. There's only one. And you know what? The society, why we have, and this is not 100% true, but it is. We have attorneys. We have
Right.
attorneys because somebody lying and you need somebody to defend you. You know
Yeah.
why we have um, different organizations or whatever? Because someone was lying. Because if we did right and we did the right thing and we spoke about whatever, if you told the truth, there'd be a lot of businesses put out of business.
Yeah. Yeah, for
But
sure.
because there's a whole industry of people lying, and when you try to when you go to court and you say he cut my fence, and I say no, I didn't. Somebody's lying. That's true. That that is truth. And I know there are gray areas. They're going to say, well, what about this? What about that? I understand, and that is
Right.
absolutely true. But many things where you go back and forth, where things get contentious, is because a lot of times somebody's lying, and
Mhm.
many people do not want to face up to that. They
Right.
just don't. And yes, when we were younger, hopefully you grow out of that stuff. I mean, you got adults who still lie. I work with people who lie constantly, and
Yeah.
it
Yeah.
and I will tell you this: when we're talking, and I know you lying, I'm like, I don't get it. Now, kids try to get out of stuff. They do. Adults,
Right.
there should come a certain point in our lives, and don't give us
But
that, Michael, you never lie. Yeah, yeah, I understand what you're saying. But
right.
let's say that my wife say, you hurt my feelings. Okay, we can discuss that. She said, when you were walking by me, you kicked me or you did whatever it is. One of those is a fact, and one of those is a feeling. we
Mhm.
we we, we get those things so jumbled up because I have gotten myself into trouble because what I do to prevent things from being contentious. No, that's not true. I egg it on sometimes because I'll be I'll be completely silent.
Right.
I'll let somebody go on. And this is not the right way to do things sometimes because sometimes I have my gun just waiting. I'm like this. I'm like,
Yeah. Yeah. Yeah.
mm-hmm.
Yeah. You ready? You ready to fire?
Yes. I'm like, mm-hmm.
Yeah.
Okay, are you done? Okay. Well, you said this right here, and you did this. So and
I
don't get me
win.
wrong. Yeah, yeah. And, and sometimes trying to be right is not the way to go. Sometimes you should just let things go because
Most
you don't want to
times.
get
Yeah. Most times. I mean, because it's not worth it for
very true.
most arguments, most debates is really not worth finding out who's right.
Absolutely, that's right.
It's it's really not worth it because
Right,
there can be two rights. I mean, it depends on how you feel
right.
versus how I feel. But like you
Yeah,
said, there is a truth.
that's right.
There is a truth, and it's somewhere muddied in between
Right.
what you said happened
Yeah,
and what I said
yeah.
happened. But I mean, I think when it comes to especially the dealings that we have with people outside of the home, like
Yes.
I'm not gonna get contentious about anything. I got a lot of guys that I like to kind of jab at when it
Yeah.
comes to the LeBron and Jordan
Right.
debate about who's the GOAT. I agree with Jordan. I don't believe there is a GOAT. I just think there's too many, it's too many styles, it's too many eras, it's too
Yeah.
many different players, what they brought to the game.
Yeah.
So, but I like to be, you know,
Yeah. Yeah. Yeah.
argumentative about it because it definitely starts a good conversation, good healthy conversation. You
Right.
you you, you get things out of some guys that you know they're typically quiet. but when you bring something like that up,
Then you get him going.
um, but you mentioned earlier about just being quiet. Is the planned pause also being contentious?
It
Like,
is.
no matter what they say, I'm not gonna say nothing.
It is. And I'm not gonna lie to you. There have been times in my life we've known each other all our lives. Cause
Yep.
there are times when silence is just as bad as me yelling back and forth because because it can be used as a weapon. And the reason I
Yeah.
know that is because I've used it as a weapon. When I'm
Yeah.
so confident in what I'm saying, now if we're talking feelings, it's like yeah, I don't whatever. But when you lie and I know that I have backup to whatever, me being
Mhm.
silent, I'll sit there. And it is a way of it's not being loving. It's
Right.
not being like I'm just being silent because this is a you know what? We need to sit down and calm down. No, sometimes when I'm being silent, I'm just waiting for you because I want you to make a fool of yourself because I'm getting ready to bam
Right.
get you.
Right.
So not all the time. And so being contentious, it is in different situations. We get upset with our children when they were
Hmm.
kids. We get angry, but that shouldn't be contentious because I'm your daddy and you're my child. Once I'm done, it's done. And
Yeah.
so
Yeah.
and so I view it as look, you can go in your room and say your stuff in your room, but when we face to face, I don't want to hear nothing. And this is it. I'm the dad. When you're with your wife, things can get contentious because you guys are going back and forth. She has a feeling, da, 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 da. But when you're at work, it's a whole different deal. So
Right.
if I know that my boss is wrong about something, I'm not going to say, hey, 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 you wrong about that. Things aren't going to get contentious because there is a way, there is a as I said in my previous email, you know?
Yeah. Yeah.
So there are different situations where things are contentious, but there are certain levels of it. As far as I'm concerned, the way I've grown up. When my dad would say something to me,
Mhm.
you want to know contentious?
Yeah.
What? Earl said something. I'm like, yes, sir. Now, when I went in my room,
Oh, you
I'm like,
said all kind of stuff.
you say all kinds of stuff,
Yeah.
but
Yeah.
right there, it's not really contentious. But when you get in a real bona fide contentious deal, you
Mhm.
have to think about how important is this?
Yeah.
I mean,
And I don't think you learn that till later on in life.
absolutely, you're
I
right.
don't think you learn that till later on in life. And like you alluded to earlier, like the parent child relationship, a lot of it's contentious because parent. That's why I feel like grandparent. I love being a grandparent.
Yeah,
I
man, I can't wait.
I because you know what, the contentiousness is not there. Like we're older, you
Uh-huh.
have more patience.
Mm-hmm.
Where parents expect a child to do a certain thing, like there's still rules. There's
Right,
still an expectation,
right,
but when you're a parent, like you want it to happen like right now. Like
right.
now that you're older, it's like okay, I understand the child may not
Uh-huh.
get what I'm saying
Right,
because I'm saying it in this way, in this
right,
manner.
right.
So let me soften the tone. Let me sit you on my lap. Let me tell you, all
Yep,
right, now
yep.
this is what I expect. Okay. And now you regurgitate to me what I expect from you. Ain't no regurgitating when you're a parent.
Yeah.
There's no waiting on you to understand it. Like you're supposed to know what I said. I need you to do it, and I need you to do it now. Like
Yep.
there's no discussion.
Right.
And it carries over to other relationships, work relationships, but being contentious, at what point? At what point? Let me ask this. At what point are we able to walk away? Do we wait till we win? Do we wait until it's a let's agree to disagree? Or
Um,
because
that's a
a lot of
really
people
good
have
question.
gotten hurt, a lot of people have gone to jail because they didn't know when to stop.
Yes, absolutely. Absolutely. Um, First, I don't know. when you get in a real argument, if anyone ever really wins. And I'm kind of joking here because let's say that I'm in an argument and I win.
Hmm.
I didn't win because I'm gonna have to pay for stuff afterwards.
So, and sometimes winning, you feel even worse.
Yes, absolutely,
You feel
absolutely.
even worse. I won that moment. I won. I got my point across. They, you know, they
Yeah,
left with their, you know,
yeah,
but
yes,
it's like, well, dog, it really don't feel like it should have
yes,
felt.
yep,
It's not like winning a basketball game. It's
yes.
not like kicking the winning field goal.
That's
It's
right.
not a feeling of elation. It's like, oh, okay. Especially if it's in a relationship. Like, I won the argument, but I might have just messed up the evening.
That's right. That's right.
Like,
That's right.
or the weekend, or the vacation, or the
That is
birthday, or the
that is
dinner.
exactly right.
It's
Because
like,
when you are right because that winning can mess things up for a long time after
yeah.
that, or what we call winning. And I guess I go back when we were talking earlier about the things that we argue about,
Mhm.
um, or when things get contentious, not just with your wife or whatever. When you start putting a value on what's important, the contentiousness in so many things go way down. There is this person that I've worked with. They were newly coming in, and they came in. They were extremely off-putting. Many
Mhm.
people said it. They're off-putting. I tried 3 times to be polite to this person. I put forth effort. After that third time, I'm not mad at you. I'm not anything with you. I don't have time because I put forth, you didn't do whatever. And so I moved on because it wasn't important enough for me to say, hey, I keep trying to whatever with you, communicate with you and whatever. I'm not going to do that because everybody's important. But you're not my wife. You're not my friend. You're not my children. You're not any of
Right.
those things. I you do your job and I do my job and I can keep on going. And so if Tanya said, "Hey, I want the garage clean. Can you clean the garage because we're trying to do whatever?" and I don't do it, and she gets upset, and I'm like, I'll get to it. Um, us arguing or being contentious about it or whatever, not going to accomplish nothing
Mhm.
because I'm gonna do it. And if
Yeah.
you want to have an argument about me, we can. And sometimes I fall into that. This isn't even this isn't that important.
Right.
Not for it to mess things up. Because
Yeah.
you know who I used to be at one point? I used to be an apologist. I
Mhm.
was always in a previous life, in previous situations, I apologized when there was no need to apologize just to bring a
Just to keep
close,
the peace. Right.
just to keep the peace.
Right.
Now, when I did it, it was extreme. I apologized when I knew that you were wrong. I
Mhm.
apologized. I didn't care. I didn't care because to me, I went so far to the right that I lost a sense of I didn't want to be in that contentious situation because it wasn't because I was trying to do the right thing. I just wanted peace. And so
Right.
I'll apologize. I just apologized. But I did it to the point to where I began to lose myself. So I'm saying that things should never be contentious.
Right.
There comes a time when you have to say, okay, look, we're going to have to do this. I'm not going to apologize for this because this has become a thing, and we're
Mhm.
not getting anywhere. You believe that hey, all they got to say this, and they're going to concede. They're going to
Right.
concede, and then I'm going to be right, and then whatever. So I wasn't like that at a point in my life. Then I became like that, and then I came out of it because
Right.
there's
Right.
a certain point in my life where it was just like I'm just okay. If that's what you want, okay. I'm sorry. That's not healthy either.
Yeah.
Just so things don't get contentious, you apologize. Just you can lose yourself in that. So
Mhm.
we have to say, I don't want anything to be contentious ever in my life. That's not reality.
Right.
It's not
And,
reality.
and sometimes we lose ourselves in that because peace is so valuable. Like
Yes.
you just want the peace that you never, question anything, or you
Yep.
never, you don't argue about it. There is a healthy way to argue.
It is.
Arguments are actually beneficial.
They are.
Arguments
They
are
are.
very beneficial because you get to learn. You get to learn the things that are really, held firm to a person and how they feel about a certain thing.
Yep.
You brought up the garage thing. Like, with me, what I've learned to do, I guess over time, is I try not to ask anybody to do anything that I want done right then,
Right.
because I don't know what their time is. I don't know, what they have planned to do. I don't know if it's something that, they can do right now. So if it's something I want done right then, I just go do it. That keeps the contention down.
Yeah.
Like, like
Absolutely.
you said, can you clean the garage, or can you make sure, the dog is fed? And then
Yeah.
5 minutes later, when the dog ain't fed, I'm upset. Nah, because if I really want the dog fed like right then, I'm just gonna feed the dog.
Right. Right.
So those things,
Right.
you kind of get away from, and you're still able to maintain your peace. You're still able to maintain it, and it's
Yep.
it's it's a growing mechanism, because something that
It
was,
is.
contentious yesterday is not contentious today.
That's right. That's right.
Things
Absolutely.
that weren't contentious yesterday are now,
Intention. That's right.
contentious. So it's always something that we should be learning more about ourselves,
Yeah.
learning more about people, learning more
Right.
about situations, and like you said, what's actually beneficial for us to get into this about.
Right.
I believe in clarity. I
Yes.
do I do believe in, let's bring the truth to the forefront.
Yeah.
Let's
Yeah.
bring the truth to the forefront. Because
Right.
what I don't like is when you talk in circles, and then you try to make it like this is what he said.
Yeah.
No, no,
Yeah.
no. Like
Yes.
you say, per the email.
Yes.
I, look, I've had people, man, at my employment, where it's like we don't talk on the phone.
Oh. Mm-mm.
We not everybody. It's
Right.
just particular people. We do not talk on the phone, because you've made yourself out to be a fabricator.
Yeah.
That's a polite word.
Yes.
You're a fabricator. So
Yes.
we're not talking on the phone.
Mm-mm.
Cause see, if it ain't on paper, or if it's not in the email, if it's not in a text, it's not in
That's right.
Microsoft Teams,
That's
it's
right.
not in. If it's not on any of those things, it's like it didn't happen.
That's right.
So if you're asking me something, this particular person or that particular person, email it.
That's right.
Like, I've had people call me, and they know they're that person. They'll call me from somebody else's extension, because they know I want. And it's just like, okay,
Yeah.
all right, oh, that's so and so. Let me pick up the phone. As soon as I hear the other voice,
Click.
no,
Yeah.
email me,
Yeah.
email me.
That's
And
right.
we good. Let's get
Right.
what you need done. Let's get what I need done. But email it.
But you know why they did that? Because they know that they're a liar. They know that they are what's the word besides liar?
It's just something wrong with anybody who is afraid of a paper trail.
That's it. You're up to no good if you don't want it written down. That's right.
In business, be men.
That's
Like,
right.
if we're gonna conduct business, if you're gonna come and tell me something, it should be able to be written down. It should be able
Yep.
to be emailed. It should be able to be text, so we can revert back to it.
That's right. Because
Like,
if
I
you
want to be able to look at this tomorrow and make sure I did what you asked me
that's
today.
right. That's right.
That's not going to stick up here. I got a million things going on.
That's right. That
So
is exactly right. Yeah, if you're afraid of a paper trail, you up to no good.
yeah,
It,
yeah,
it just and I can't really think of a situation to where I don't want you to have this written down because I might whatever. I didn't think of a good situation where I don't want a paper trail because the
right,
time that you don't want a paper trail, that means that you are getting ready to do something that you probably shouldn't do, or you don't want to do, or you don't want to be held accountable. You
right.
don't want to be held,
That's
I'll
the
be
main
held
thing.
accountable.
You don't want the responsibility of it. You don't
That's
want
it.
the accountability in.
That's it.
Whereas when the rubber meets the road and now questions are asked, I can say, "Oh, I got this from him.
Yeah.
I
Yeah.
got this from her."
Yeah.
And now when truth has to come to the table,
Yeah.
there's an email.
Yes.
So people kind of, that
Well,
It's contentious when you bring up facts. You make
It
things
is.
contentious
It is.
when you bring up facts, but facts are facts, man. That's what they're here for.
Facts are fact. I mean, but you know what's amazing is that in the world that we live in today,
Hmm.
what's the term? Alternate facts,
Alternative
or
facts.
that where people say, I can have you recorded saying this, and
Hmm.
you did this,
And you still
and
deny it.
you still deny it.
Right,
That kind of stuff blows my mind. It
right.
blows my mind. I know people. I have relatives. I know people. It's like that's not for the show. But we're but it's like that's not true. You are not telling the truth.
Right.
Yes, I am. No, you are not telling the truth because of blah 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 blah.
Yeah.
Oh yeah,
Yeah.
yes I am. Because those kind of people, cause that's crazy to me. That's
Right.
crazy. Because when you're younger and you get caught, it's like, dang, I got caught in my lie. Okay, now I got to pay the consequences. You're an adult and you're
Yeah.
like,
Who you got to answer to? Who you got to answer to? No, there is an importance in just saying yes or no. I
that's
ain't
it.
got to elaborate.
Yeah,
We ain't got to go all down the excuse board. No,
yeah,
just no. Sometimes you feel like there's a need for an explanation when
yeah,
somebody wants you to do something and you really want to do it, but you already committed to something else. Like there's a you feel like, okay, let me explain why I can't,
yeah.
but that's not always necessary.
It's not. It's not. I've been in
It's
that trap
just
before. I've been there before where I was like,
yeah,
I gotta explain. Hey, this is what you right. You don't. You don't.
you
When you
don't.
get and cause it is freeing.
It
It is.
really is when you can just say no and look at them.
Yeah. Yeah. And see what they do. Yeah, you're right. Yeah, they don't know what to do with it. They don't know what to do with it. You're right.
Hey,
You're
can
right.
can I borrow $50 for so and so and so? They got a whole,
Yeah, yeah, yeah. Oh yeah. Oh yeah. Yeah.
it's nah.
How do you
There's
walk
no
away from it? Yeah, you're right.
like that's a contentious subject too, because when things are that now people need help. There are some people that need help,
Yes,
but that
absolutely.
contentious part comes in when
It's been abused.
somebody always needs to help, and we've covered this before.
Yes.
Somebody always needs to help. They always need the same help, and they always need help at the last minute.
Yes.
You didn't consider nothing.
No.
You just went for it's 30 days in every month except one, 31 in some months. So you went a full 30 days
Yeah.
knowing that this was coming,
Yes.
but you was just doo, 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 doo,
Yeah.
and
I'm getting kicked out
oh,
tomorrow.
it's
Kick me out tomorrow.
it's
Yep.
got to happen tomorrow, tonight at midnight.
Yeah.
Oh, let me make some nah,
Yeah.
nah, nah. It can't be that way. And you keep your own peace, man, when you don't live
Very
like
true.
you
That's
keep
very
your
true.
own peace. So that's something that's for another show, to
Yeah.
um encourage folk, man, to just follow through with the things I tell people all the time. Your roof, your food. In some cases, you don't even need make sure you roof, food, and lights.
Yeah.
If you're asking for money for something and you have an abundance of other stuff, your priorities ain't right.
That's right.
And you
That's
can't
right.
get mad at someone for saying no when you need
Yeah.
money right now,
Yeah.
but you have 5 TVs.
Yeah.
You
That's
have
right.
video games and stacked up on the wall. It's like, no, there you can I would help you, but there's a pawn shop about 2 miles down the road
That's
that
right.
will take all of that stuff right over there.
That's right.
There all of that stuff, they'll take that.
But then they'll say stuff like, "No, I don't want to get that up. No, I don't. I don't. I don't want.
Or
I don't
you,
sell."
you so you want me to get rid of my stuff? You want me to get rid of my money?
Yeah.
So
People
why
think like that, cause
why
people.
can't I expect you to go put your stuff in the pawn shop? You can get it back. You
If
can
you
get it.
plan better,
You
that's
need money now, right? So you got money. I'm seeing your money. And I heard people say, oh, so now you counting my money. If you need mine, yes.
right.
If you need mine,
I'm counting
yes.
yours.
Let's just be real about it. Like there's no homeless people. You ain't out on the corner. That, you know, when God leads, there's a tug at the heart to help people
Yeah.
who you see disenfranchised, when you see they do not have. But like, bro, you can't come ask me for something and your kicks better than mine.
Yeah.
Like
Well,
you glossing, like
yeah.
I, at least put on a Ranker shirt with a hole in it or something. If you go,
At
if you
least
gonna
the
come
king.
ask me, how you gonna come ask me for something with a Gucci belt buckle
Yeah.
on?
But people do that stuff all the time. But unless you know the frame of mind. But like you said, just say nope.
Nah,
Keep it tracking.
nah. Well, it's been good. It's been another week. Join us
Absolutely.
again next week for Let's Talk with Casey and Mike. Again, man, let's talk Casey Mike at gmail.com. Send your questions, send your comments, send your likes or your dislikes. And of course, join in at any time. We appreciate y'all again.
Love you
Peace.
guys. Peace out.